Hello, just a quick unboxing slash test this bad boy out. I've been wanting to get it for a little bit, was out of stock, and now we can test it. So let's see what we got. Clearly breaks down pretty good because this is a tiny box. Alrighty, and that's it. 3 pieces plus a manual. So we can get this cut off. We'll hold it up. Let's see. Okay. Yep. I always want you to use their 3-hour or milliamp hour battery. All 20 volt. 1 tube, which goes sideways, upside down. Then we have this nozzle, which might be better for me. A lot of straw, but there it is. Very light. Got the battery fully charged. Let's test it out. First, little roll switch. 1, turbo. Not too bad. About after 5 minutes, cleared up from here to there, all the way down to there and back around. Kind of hard to tell because the straw and the leaves are the same color as well as my dead grass, but it works pretty decent. The only real problem is pine needles. Sometimes stick that little triangle edge on grass and other ones, and makes it definitely a little bit harder to clean up, but not too bad. Kind of what I expected for definitely a budget battery power leaf blower, but we'll keep working on it for a minute and see how long she lasts and how good she does. But the main place this thing's gonna shine, no matter what, same with all of them, is gonna be driveways and walkways. It's just so much better than trying to deal with grass. Okay, so got a little dust on it now. Thing does pretty well. Pretty much kind of what I would expect from a budget, low tier leaf blower. Slightly better than what I would figure for performance. Slightly worse for what I was hoping for battery. I did use the turbo mode just about the whole entire time. There was a couple little spots where I tested it out just to do one, just to see maybe if I needed the turbo, and in the driveway it was a little bit slower. It's not too bad. It would push all the pine needles away. The only problem is once it pushed a little bit of pine needles into a bigger pile of pine needles, and you need the turbo for the same. I checked the timestamp from the first video, our first section of the clip that I made unboxing it, including from the time I started unboxing it, and took multiple different videos on different parts of the yard, front, the back, the side. It was a total of 15 minutes. So 12 minutes of actual leaf blowing on turbo mode. It did really good, but that's pretty disappointing to say the least. I mean, when you have, I know you can't expect it to do too much on one battery with any specific battery powered leaf blower. I mean, obviously Ego, There's another one. Even Greenworks now, I believe, has one that's over 600 CFMs, where this one's like 338, I think, and 96 miles an hour. So you can't expect to do too much with one battery, but I was expecting to do a little bit more than what I did. I wasn't trying to get super deep into this line to see if I wanted this stuff, make sure that it was good within that 90-day period before I started buying multiple different batteries, because just like most places, they do have the buy a tool, buy a charger, buy a battery, you get $20 off, which is about the cost of a charger. Charger's like 23 bucks. Batteries for the three, I just do this real quick, double check. Oh, that is a snug fit. The 3 amp hour batteries, about 45 bucks, I believe. Still says it has one. Can you see that on the camera? Not really. You can turn it back on. I don't know how good it is for the battery. You can turn it back on. Low. And there it goes. But back to off, and then 1. You can definitely squeeze a little bit more out of it. I've seen a lot of leaf blowers, just doing a lot of researches, they'll boast like a 25 to 30 minute time on high, but like an hour on their low, or turbo versus low, something like that. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. Like I said, my expectations were overmet with it being able to push leaves and stuff pretty good in comparison to what I was expecting. Like I said, I knew there's gonna be issues with pine needles. That's why I was trying to find like a decent budget that wasn't a corded, because obviously corded you can get a lot higher CFMs and power, but I'm not going to go around half an acre with 2 extension cords hooked up together. It just sounds like a pain. Yeah, I'm honestly a little lost. I mean, with only like 12 minutes of runtime on turbo, for what I did, I would have to charge this one 3 amp hour battery. I would say 5 or 6 times just to get this yard done. Now you can be like, well, most people have multiples. If you have a weed eater, a leaf blower, a hedger, maybe an impact or whatever, you're gonna have 2 or 3 batteries. But even then, 3 batteries, if you had 3 batteries, I don't think that you would necessarily be happy going through all 3 batteries under 45 minutes and still not having a done yard, whether it's the front, the back, the side. You'd have to charge it again, wait the 3 to 4 hours to get all 3 of those to charge if you had spaces to charge all 3 at once, and then go back to back to back, and about an hour and a half of total leaf blowing, and 6 batteries later you might have a yard like mine done at least. So we'll see. I'll give it another charge, and maybe I'll try a little bit more on low and see if I can squeeze a little bit more out of it. With the grass and pine needles, low is not an option. I do have a few trees that do put a few leaves out, and I think that one would do just fine, but absolutely not anything else. It did great on my back patio. I have like a 15 by 15 square foot gazebo that it was just amazing, but it's concrete. It's not like that's hard. So we'll see until next time, see if I can try to put it to another test, see if there's any other way to squeeze a little bit more out of it, something that I need. So until next time.